I'm excited because I got to play The Wolf Among Us by Telltale Games. Telltale Games, they made the Walking Dead game, the good Walking Dead game, winner of Game of the Year. So when I heard they were coming out with a new game, I was instantly interested, if not absolutely excited. So I got to play this game, and this game, it's fairy tales. It's like that show Once Upon a Time meets The Walking Dead by Telltale Games with all the language and violence and gratuity of The Walking Dead. Not that it was really gratuitous, but it was violent. And now we have fairy tale characters in this world.
You think my job is easy? You try keeping a bunch of fables from killing each other.
You play as the big bad wolf. He's like the sheriff of the modern town, and by modern town, I mean city and world. He keeps an eye on all the fairy tale creatures. He makes sure that they don't kill themselves off and they're under control. And then everything starts going wrong, and after that, it's a Telltale game with that fairy tale element. I was playing the segment where you go into this place where this dude who looks just like Captain Spaulding from House of a Thousand Corpses, I'm telling you, if the guy's not voiced by Captain Spaulding, they just made this guy look like Captain Spaulding because they like House of a Thousand Corpses. Anyhow, he's beating down this hooker, and so you throw him out a window and you start fighting him. There's a little frog guy and all these fairy tale elements with the Telltale Games. I'm getting that shit, and it's going to be released chapter by chapter like the Telltale Games Walking Dead was, so well, there goes my money, sequentially speaking.
Everyone knows you, Big Bad Wolf.
And one of the most interesting looking games at PAX has to be Watchdogs. When I first saw footage of Watchdogs, I thought it was really cool, but I wanted to do a video about it when I actually saw some real footage and some real revelation firsthand at PAX, and I finally did. And I used to think to myself, all right, it's kind of like an Assassin's Creed in modern day vibe. It still has that vibe, but it really isn't as much of a ripoff as you might have initially thought it was. All in all, from the carjackings I saw in the footage, I would actually say it's more like Grand Theft Auto, but it goes on a really interesting concept. Everything's interconnected, tablets, laptops, droids. It's kind of like that today, and now this whole city operates on the functionality that everything is literally connected within the city, and the city optimizes everything through automation for maximum performance. You play as a guy who knows that, now you hack everything to your means. They didn't tell us much about the plot because they're not idiots and not going to spoil a game like that, but one of the most interesting things I found is that there's a tablet app for the game. Usually when games try to do a tablet cross-promotion, it doesn't always work out for me because it's kind of forced. It's like, what does that have to do with the game? But this tablet app actually works with the game. In multiplayer, whoever has the tablet app, it's an overhead view of the city. They're in a helicopter. The person playing the console version sees the helicopter above them, and they're tracking down the player, and they're messing with all the automation too. They're shutting down traffic lights. They're notifying police officers. They're making drawbridges go up. They're making that guy's life a living hell. You got to get away from the helicopter. Now I'm looking forward to getting the tablet app also, which I never do in games. I'm telling you, Watchdogs, one of the most anticipated games for me coming out this year. I'm telling you, this is one to look forward to.